All right, here we are in the middle of messing around with the spiral tool, but I want you and I to achieve the same results as in the final illustration. So it's going to help things out if we have a tracing template to work from, and we're going to create some tracing elements inside of this exercise. So I want you to make sure you have two illustrations open if you're working along with me. One's Expanded Artboard, or whatever the name of your file is if you've been working right along. And the other is loveadobeandstyle.ai. They're both found inside the 04 line art folder. I'm going to delete the spiral I just drew, and I'm going to switch over to Love Adobe and Style, which has the final versions of the spirals in it. And then I'll go over to the Layers panel and twirl open the layer called One and Only. And you'll see at the bottom of that layer we have a group called Spirals. Go ahead and meatball it in order to select all of the spirals. Then go up to the Edit menu and choose the Copy command, or press Control-C, Command-C on the Mac. Now we'll switch back to ExpandedArtboard.ai here. Twirl open the drawing layer to see its contents. Make sure the drawing layer is active as well. And then I'm going to switch to the two-column toolbox so I can see these drawing mode options down here at the bottom. And I'm going to switch to this guy, Draw Behind, which I can get by pressing Shift-D as well to cycle between those drawing modes. And then I'll go up to the Edit menu and I'll choose Paste in Place. And that's not only going to register the spirals, but it's going to put them at the bottom of the stack as well. Now that's one way to work. That's Illustrator CS5's idea of simplifying the process. And it somewhat does. It definitely matches the behavior of a few other programs that have been out there over time, most notably Freehand. But tell you what, there's an older way of working inside of Illustrator that goes all the way back to Illustrator 1.0 that I find to be simpler because it's a one-step solution instead of a two-step solution. So I'm going to press Control-Z, Command-Z on the Mac to undo the addition of those spirals. And I'm going to switch back to the normal drawing mode there. And then I'll go up to the Edit menu and I'll choose Paste and Back, which even has a keyboard shortcut, a very simple one as well, of Control-B, Command-B on the Mac. And that does the work of both Paste in Place because it goes ahead and registers the selection exactly where it needs to be, and it places it at the back of the stack. So choose that command, and just like that, you have spirals at the bottom of your layer. So choose your poison. It's up to you which way you want to work, but Control-B, Command-B on the Mac is definitely the simple way to go. Now I'm going to go ahead and reduce the opacity of these objects by going up to the control panel and changing the opacity value to 35%. Now you can choose some other opacity value if you want to. I just think this one happens to work quite well. And then to make sure that we don't accidentally select these shapes, which would be at best quite inconvenient, because you want to really be able to focus on the new spirals that you're drawing. Let's lock these guys down by clicking in the second column right next to the eyeball, next to the spirals layer. And now, if I press the V key in order to switch to the black arrow tool and drag around these shapes, notice I can't select them anymore. They will still print. You can still see them, the whole number. They just aren't selectable. And that's how you create a template. Now we can draw spirals that match that template beginning in the next exercise.